Hello and welcome to today's family program. I'm Dr. Kitcher, and it's always a joy for us to be with you. I'm so glad you joined in today. And if you have just joined us for the first time, I want you to know that this program is built one on the other, and we are going somewhere. Presently, we are looking at a series that we call Align Yourself for Success. It is absolutely important for you to watch the previous programs in order for you to follow and also, be abreast with what we are doing. The reason being, we may have mentioned some things, in the previous programs that we will not mention in detail. So if you only listen to one and not listen to the rest, you may miss out on very important things. Also, I want you to know the things that you are learning here is applicable to your life, daily life, your family life, your work life, and as you progress in the things that you are doing. So it is absolutely important. And also, please take the next few minutes to invite a friend and also like and share this program with other people. Well, we are here again, and we are continuing in the series, Align Yourself for Success. I said that I have never met anyone who does not want to be successful. I have rather met many people who ask the question, I was very sure this thing was going to work and I'll be successful in it. But at the end of the day, I did not make what I wanted. How can I be successful? So the desire to be successful is so much, and it's with almost everybody. You find people who others will consider successful. And when you speak with them, you will see that they are happy where they are, but they still have plans to even be more successful. A friend of mine says success is so elastic that you cannot stretch it enough. Anyhow you stretch it, it will still give you space to even stretch it the more. We have laid few foundations and we are still in the foundation laying process. I believe in foundations, and therefore I take my time to make sure that you get exactly what you need in order for you to be successful. This applies to business. This will apply to your education. This will apply to your relationship. This will apply to your life. Well, we have said that success does not come automatically. That success is a product of work. Success is a product of releasing what you have and also, making it available for others. We have said that you need to also make sure that you transform the resources that are within your reach into either a product or service in order to be able to present it to others who in appreciation would in return give you what you sort of request for. So it is very important that we identify the resources that are within our reach. Most of the times, you will not appreciate things around you just because it's too much and you have not seen, anyone maybe who needs it. In a place where, let's say, cocoa grows, you would usually find, products from cocoa being very cheap. But then in other areas where it is virtually not there, the little cocoa that comes there begins to get the highest price. Why? Because when there is necessity and there is a product or an answer to the need, people are ready to sacrifice in order to get it. This is life. You can produce something in one place and market it in a totally different place. So to be successful, you have to be ready to know how to release potential that is within you, be innovative with it, and also be ready to transport it to where it makes sense. Beautiful, beautiful. It is very, very important. So I have taken my time, I've put some points down, and I will take you through those points. We're not going to rush in this at all because it's so important. And the series is quite enough, a lot, but we will go through all that. And I believe you would appreciate me for making it that way for you. We could run through it in 1 or 2 sessions, but that would not be helpful to you. So first of all, where there is necessity, we begin to see resources differently. When necessity rises, you see resources differently. Do you know, whenever there is like a famine or a disaster in a place, things that were available, for instance, clothing, bed and mattresses and stuff that are given relief packages, before the flooding or before the disaster, these things were common. But because it has now become out of place, when they receive that little help, it becomes so much. But 2 years ago, I found myself in a situation where we have to evacuate, thousands of people because of a war. And, around the time, it's not a thing that you have prepared for. You just wake up one day and you have to get people out of where they are. The moment the reality of the need around, settles, I began to think beyond the box. How can we get people from point A to point B? What do we need to put in place in order to make sure it is safe, it is working faster, and it is, applicable? You begin to employ everything that you have, because at the spur of the moment, if you waste time, if you are not thinking enough, if you are not releasing your potential, if you are not using resources, you might end up messing yourself, messing other people, and creating difficult situations going forward. So we had to quickly rally around, talk among ourselves, and begin to employ, services of people that we know could be, of help. And, step by step, we did what has to be done. And, we were able to get people evacuated. What am I saying? Necessity forces you to see resources differently. This is why I also say that crisis is an asset. Crisis is an asset. Nobody prays for crisis, but in life, you can have some crisis. During this time that I was talking about, there were people who wouldn't have paid maybe $20 to get on a taxi for, 5 minutes or 10 minutes. But they paid hundreds of dollars because necessity has arisen to the level that the value of the money they have is not what they are considering with the service that they're going to get. They're thinking beyond that. In life, we are surrounded by so many resources. The only thing is for us to know how to harness those resources, bring them together, turn them from being just resources into a product or a service. And then we can begin to serve it. So we have to learn how to turn resources into products or services. This is what I call innovation. Innovation. There are so many people who can transform things that you see on the daily basis into a product and sell it for millions of dollars. This is the problem that most developing countries have. They have so much resources, but they don't turn the resources into products. They sell the resource, the raw material, and then someone else turns the same raw material into a product and sells it to them for 10 times the price. Whatever you leave in the raw state has a raw price. But whenever you add a value to the raw thing, it becomes something of extra value. I saw someone using plastic bottles, filling it with sand, putting them together and building a wall with that. And I understood that wall can withstand, a lot of stuff. I mean, no leakage. And because of the sand in there, Even if what I want to get it, it will take quite a time. I mean, simple stuff. The person is being innovative about it. One, it is cheaper. Number two, the end product appreciates so much that people are ready to pay more than what it costs. So please look around you. There is so much around you that you can use. There is so much in you that you can use in order to be successful. We are talking about alignment. That is placing yourself at the right spot to be able to make a difference. You need to tell yourself every day, I must place myself at the right place in order for me to make a difference. Be a difference maker. Be a change bringer. Be a person who is geared towards innovation, turning products, resources into products. So we have to maximize the least in order to get the most. How can you maximize the least in order to get the most? Adding value, turning it into something. If you take a chunk of gold, it is worth quite enough. But the moment that gold is turned into a product, that product assumes a price higher than the raw material. Why? Because a goldsmith, has placed value, has turned the raw gold that was maybe shapeless into a ring, into a bangle, into a necklace, and then it appreciates in price. Turn it into a heart shape, a star, a cross, whatever it is. You have so much around you. Just wake up and begin to look around. This is one of the reasons why sometimes I just go online and look at a lot of people who are talking about doing things yourself, do it yourself with simple materials here and there. And then once in a while, I'll try my hands at a few of those things. And then I see it working. It opens your mind. It makes you see things around you in a different way. It makes you appreciate, your power to get stuff moving. Don't look at things to remain where they are. Add value to things to move them to where they got to be. It is absolutely important. So we also spoke about the need for us to take risk. Risk-taking is absolutely important. If you are not a risk taker, then you will not be a change bringer. You will not make others happy. What do I mean by risk? Having the confidence to step out into the unknown, to navigate your way through, the winds and the different challenges that may come. You have what it takes. Most of the times, because we don't take our umbrella and step out when it's raining, we don't know we can still be dry and having rain around us. Don't conclude by saying there is no water, so I'm going to die of thirst. Begin to dig the dry ground. If you can dig enough, you may hit a place and water will start coming up. Be innovative. Put in your best. I'm taking my time because I know this is very, very important. Bear with me. We can go sharp, but you will not benefit anything. Another thing that you have to do if you want to align yourself for success is to remove the mindset of I am doing it for someone. I am doing it for someone. Although whatever we do serves other people, first of all, do it because you are able to do it and it is good for you to do it and you are doing it for yourself. I am producing this stuff, and what I mean by for myself, it's not for me to use it alone. But first of all, for me to be fulfilled, I have released what I have. I have done it for myself. Now, if others appreciate it and they can't get it, that is the next step. Without step one, there is not going to be step two. So don't only think about people, think about yourself. You are doing something that is going to help others. I think if we will all move, transition, migrate into this kind of mindset, we are going to see so much success. Alignment means something wasn't right. There is a kind of sclerosis, and now we got to straighten it up. You are bound to be successful and never accept another thing for your success. I'm Dr. Albert Kitcher, and this has been your favorite program, Today's Family. And I want you to know that success is for you, and you can be more successful in the things that you are doing. Till I see you again next week, remember, we are aligning ourselves for success. Wish you all the best. See you soon. Bye-bye.